I have brought it up from cutting maybe 20 years ago.
That's great. So fuchsias are a beautiful species, very underused. Often with flowering bonsai, you only ever see them when they're in flower. A lot of the time they're hidden at the back of the garden when they're not in flower. To find a tree which has a beautiful structure or a beautiful character, even when not in flower, is quite rare. This particular variety of fuchsia is quite coarse. The twigs are quite big. Often with bonsai, deciduous bonsai, generally we're trying to improve ramification all the time. We're trying to make it more twiggy. But certain species, no matter how much you try, you're not going to get that. So at some point you're going to have to think, I'm just going to enjoy this bonsai now. I'm not going to keep trying to make it do something it's unable to do. So this is why the branches are quite, they're not well ramified. They're not. It's not twiggy. It's not dense. So this tree is now at a stage where it's to be enjoyed. It may not be dense, but then it's the nature of the beast, the nature of the species. It won't become too dense. It cannot happen. But now is the time for the tree to be enjoyed. And it's a time to think very carefully about the choice of pot also. And this has got quite a really interesting pot tree combination, which is really nice. If this tree had been potted in a brown pot, it wouldn't be half the tree it is now. The pot is very unusual and complements the tree very well. I like this combination a lot. It's very daring and very unusual. And that's what you need to do. With a tree like this, which is now the time to enjoy it, when it's in flower, you need to concentrate on those 2 months while it's in flower and get the tree pot combination as right as you could possibly get. That's subjective, that's up to you, it's down to personal taste. But that is really nice. So this would be a tree now to be brought into the house and enjoyed. The seasonality in bonsai is very important. You never ever force too much tree to perform in a season that it's not supposed to. It's not like a flower show where you'll bring the trees, you'll force them to come into leaf too early and that sort of thing. Again, that would be detrimental to the tree. However, you don't want to be looking at a tree which, for instance, an azalea, you don't want to be looking at an azalea flowering in August. It's the wrong time of year. It's retrospective, you're looking back. You are trying to look forwards to the species, to the season to come with flowering bonsai. Not looking back, not wishing to be in a time that's past, for instance, summer. We're not looking backwards too much. How can this tree be improved? Well, it's an unusual species for bonsai. You're not going to be able to get the level of design or ramification or shape that you would do from any other species. It will shed branches and you will have to grow new branches like here, but it will do that. It's enjoying the tree for what it is, not trying to make it something it's not. You're not going to end up with it looking like as refined as a pine or juniper. But this would be a very enjoyable tree to bring into the home and exhibit when you've friends and family around. You can make a very beautiful display with this because the flowers show the season. And in bonsai display, that's very important to show the season that the tree is growing in. You're trying to paint a picture. When you bring this into the home, this tree has already beautiful flowers, so maybe when you display, you maybe just have a water stone or some object down here, maybe even a little sculpture or netsuke or a statue, this tree on a tall stand, and maybe even a scroll, something like that in the home. When you use scrolls for bonsai, or any bonsai display, you already have flowers here, so the scroll might be very simple, just with a moon, harvest moon, something like that, something autumnal. Not with flowers, we already have them here. But as I say, there's not much more you can do to a tree like this. It's a question of just enjoying it now. It's not going to be the most refined tree. It's not going to be a tree that you can enjoy all year round, but it's a tree which is perfect now.